Hello, and Terry here. Welcome to AntRC and my completed PG4L. This is part 3, so it wasn't really a build video as such because we've skipped quite a few steps. The last video, it was just a running chassis and I showed you a little glimpse of primer on the body. Now you can see it's completely finished and it's running. The body shell isn't secured down because I'm going to take that off in a little while to show you inside so you can have a look and how it mounts, etc. The thing I want to show you first, which I'm probably most proud of, is this. Switchable headlights. I've painted with Tamiya paint the front fogs yellow, and I've set it up so that yeah, I can switch the lights on and off as and when, which are fantastic. I did set up the indicators very briefly and send them to Andrew just to wind him up, but I've taken them out because I don't like them. So yes, they're not installed and working. We do have rear lights as well. So if I can get this on camera and lift the body up or the truck up, they dim going forward, and we have reverse. Fantastic. So this has been a really good build for me. I've enjoyed it more and more as it's gone on. It's got better. I had an issue. Those of you that's followed this, if you haven't, you can check it out and laugh. I had an issue with some mounting plates for the chassis, that the back of the chassis was upside down. Apart from that, everything has gone pretty smoothly. There's been a few niggly things which I'll talk about. One of those is trying to get these lenses in. I did actually get a chrome grille, and I'm glad I didn't use it because I think for me it would have been too much. I like the contrast of the black grille with the black windscreen, and I've darkened this down with the smoked Tamiya paint because I wanted it as dark as possible so you couldn't see the wires in there. But getting these lenses into these housings, the lenses didn't really fit flush, so there wasn't a lot of bite to the. I'm not an expert model by any stretch. I know people must have done it and better than me, but I've ended up putting little dabs of hot glue in there and they look like they're holding for now, but we will see when we go on the first run. The chrome grille, I could not get these housings to stick to the actual, there's like little inserts, I could not get them to stick to the chrome grille, and I got glue on the chrome grille and it ruined it, so I went back to the original included in the kit, sprayed it black. The housings seem to fit better actually. The holes in the chrome one, there's like light buckets at the back here and they seem to be able to push through and knock these off. Anyway, I've just had a better experience with the stock grille and it seems to have worked better for me, but that was a headache. It took me a long time to get that right. Let's go round the back and have a look. These lenses are amazing. They come clear in the kit, and Tamiya, I did Tamiya paint. They were the bottom doing the yellow was quite easy because they have got like a line and this plastic part, so you didn't need to mask it. I did mask the red light and the well, I left it clear for the reverse light, but the line was a little bit wonky, so I had to sort that out. Getting in here, I'm not going to take this off because it's screwed down. Getting these lenses in was an absolute faff and a little bit, I couldn't swear because my young daughter was there, but that would have helped immensely. Getting them in and right and getting the bulbs in, the LEDs in, was just a real headache. Pretty much the rest of this though, putting in the door handles, push fitting, you know, these in, lovely. The mirrors, everything went in so sweetly. I am really proud of the paint. So let me turn the truck around again and we can have a look at the paint. You can see how glossy the finish is. I am really proud of that. It's taken me a lot of work and a long time. I am no paint expert and I hate painting, I really do. And I painted it with red enamel, Halford's enamel. It's the same colour as my Cross RC MC6. But that doesn't look the same colour because Andrew has given it a wash and dyed it down, you know, dulled it down a little bit. So speaking to Andrew about the lacquer, every time I tried the clear Halford's lacquer, which is here, I kept getting, you know, like splodges on it, and I was, no! I tested it in an area at the back of the cab first. I thought, it's not shiny, it looked better. and shinier when it was just a flat enamel. But getting the rear lenses in, I wasn't going to lacquer it. I decided that, no, I'm not going to spoil this. I'd spent nearly 2 weeks, you know, layering up the paint, leaving it to dry overnight. I'm not a patient person really, and leaving it overnight, which is what I should have done with all my other rigs, and not trying to paint too much in one go, has really helped. So that's, you know, something I've learned from this and will take forward. But Andrew said, you're not putting enough lacquer on, that's the problem. You need to get it kind of wet. And yeah, for me it was a really fine line, because I get it wet just to the point it looks like it's about to run, and I'll be sitting there thinking, oh no, it's going to spoil it, and it didn't. And I just got in that knack, and it then started to come together, which means that there's a nice shine, pretty consistent all around the truck. If you can, how well you can see that. But problems I've had with painting before is trying to get an even finish, and I was having that with the lacquer really. I was doing one bit and that's perfect, but trying to get it that, you know, this bit's the same sort of shine as this, and it's taken me a long time. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close, which is more than good enough for me. The stickers, these, I mean, actually the base bash plate, these base plate stickers, they're really nice, the 3M tape, and I was a bit worried about them, but if you don't push them down too hard, you can manipulate them and move them and then push them down hard when you're happy. The stickers go on kind of running boards, side bash plates, whatever you want to call them. They work really well and go in. You know, again, I'm not an expert modeler by any stretch, and they went on lovely. The sticker I like the most, you get a sticker kit with it, is this cross one at the back here. It's gorgeous. Vinyl sticker, which is great, so you pull it on and you just peel it off and the stickers stay on. You press them down. There's a 4x4 one on the side here. Beautiful quality, absolutely amazing. Now this is, as I understand it, I don't know how old this kit is, but it's one of the earlier kits. Cross seemed to have it nailed from the start. I mean, sure, there are issues with things, and I'm a bit of a Cross fanboy, I know that, but the quality, just incredible. So for Andrew's OCD, this will upset him. It upsets me a little bit. There's a V10 8 litre sticker on here, which is part of the sticker kit. The other side, there isn't one. Missing. Let me just move it. Missing. And there's a little bit of chip of paint there. It's because it went on wonky. And when it sticks, that's not supposed to be that high up. It's come off, yeah. When it sticks properly. It wasn't coming off, so yeah, that wasn't great. I really like the fact that the flatbed is black. The really nice contrast with the black grille, so that's really cool. I don't like the fact that this is a bit, when the body's clipped in and it's down, this is nice and, you know, together. But when I take the shell off in a minute, I haven't worked out a way of trying to push this up so that there's a nice even gap all the way along, which is a bit of a shame. Also a slight gap in here, which is again a bit of a shame. I do love the mesh in there. There's mesh in here as well. I mean, attention to detail. Again, it's not perfect, but I'm kind of nitpicking really, to be honest. And yeah, the exhausts are wicked. I wasn't keen. I'm still not kind of keen on this wobbly business. I don't know if you can see it here, kind of, because they're black. Wobbly exhaust as you drive along. I suppose it being, you know, a big old lumpy motor, that they'd wobble around a little bit. But yeah, I haven't found a way to secure them really. Comes included with a tow hook attachment, which I'm really looking forward to trying out, because I will be towing with this rig, probably my Cross trailer and some of my other trailer as well, having a 1/10 rig on the back. So that should be epic. I'm running it the first time this Saturday, so this is a Wednesday. This video is being released. At the weekend, Andrew and I are going out. He's driving his Hummer, which has just been finished. If you haven't looked at his Hummer, go and check out the videos because it's incredible. Typical Andrew, amazing detail. And we're going to run this and the Hummer together. I know this isn't an army rig, but they're kind of both a bit butch, so I reckon that there will be good together. So its first maiden run will be with the Hummer. So we're going to do stuff that's not too challenging. He's got his gun on the top, the turret on the top of his Hummer, and he doesn't want to roll it, and I certainly do not want to be rolling this. So we do a quick jump cut and I'll show you inside the body. So we've now got the body off. The rear is just bolted on here and in the middle of the flatbed, so that stays on all the time. And it's quite a clever mounting system actually. I was a bit confused about this and I couldn't find any videos really of how this works. At the front of the battery tray there's like an indent, and I'll show you in a minute, inside the body shell. It kind of pushes in and slots in. Then at the back of the body shell there's two posts which go through these holes, and they're not, this needs pushing up a little bit. It's a bit fiddly to get it on. There's definitely, like all things, there's a knack, and there's a lever here that you fold round, and when you push that lever around, it kind of it turns a little rod in here, little shaft, and there's like an indent which clips into the post that goes through it from the body, and it locks it in place. So you have to push the body on at the front first, hook it in at the front, push it down, and then get your fingers underneath each side and move these levers around. It really works quite well. Again, here you can see at the front this isn't very well supported, so the kind of running boards, they drop down, hence the gap I was mentioning earlier. So I can't really think of a way of pushing these up really. So it might have to. I've seen other PGs on YouTube, and they've got the same gap. So it's not something I've done. It's a standard kind of thing with the build. So let's zoom out a little bit and we'll have a look. Quick jump cut inside the body shell. Before I do, all the electronics are stashed in here. It's not neat in there. That's why the cover's on, so you can't see it. It's all just been rammed in. I couldn't be bothered to get it neat because it's not going to be seen. Again, because of the blacked out windows. So yeah. Make tidy people cringe a little bit, but hey ho. So just the last bit of the video, we've now got the body shell off, and you can see in here how the light buckets go in, and then this part here is the I was mentioning that attaches, kind of slides into the front of the battery tray, and then at the back of the shell you've got these pins here which then push through the holes and they then slide down. That's how it's secured. Really impressive, the mesh and attention to detail. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's such a cool kit, and don't be frightened about getting one thinking it's an older Cross kit. Again, I am a bit of a Cross fanboy. We are on this channel, but that's for very good reason. Everything's purchased with our own money. Unfortunately, we're not sponsored. I wish we were, but it's really cool. I've yet to run it, and I'm really excited about running it to see how it is. Another bad thing, these wipers are really flimsy. I have been told about gluing them down with a bit of CA glue, and I'm a bit frightened about doing that because again, I'm not a detailed modeler, but I'll probably have to do something. I've just been tucking them inside the plastic of the windscreen at the moment to try and get them out of the way, but yeah, I'm gonna have to fiddle with it. It's early days, but yeah, absolutely fantastic. Look at the shine on this paint. When it goes out in the sunshine, it should look absolutely incredible, and it should pop nicely. So thank you for watching and following this build series. There should be lots of run videos of this coming up, as long as it doesn't break. Fingers crossed it doesn't, but I break most of my rigs, so it will probably break at some stage, and I will give you another update when I've run it a few times to see what I think about it. Oh, I've got my reflection there in the glass. Don't like that. Nobody needs to see me. I'm going to give you a few update videos, see what I think of it, and some feedback. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and catch up soon. Please like and subscribe, and bye for now.